Assalamu alaikum. Detroit, Mars #1. Let me get straight to the point. For those of you who say that I'm emotional behind this, we taught to rise above our emotions into the thinking of God. But it never said to forget your emotions. So my question to you is, how do a man look who's speaking? How does one look who has rose above his or her emotions? How does that person look? Is that person totally quiet, don't say nothing? So you don't know that person. That person can't share anything with you about lessons of striving to reach that point of rising above your emotions into the thinking of your God. The closest man the man we know to have done that is Farrakhan. Because those of us who follow this man and study this man know this is not about emotions. But let me say this. Go look at the minister, Farrakhan, when he's talking to Malcolm X's daughter. After the Jews set her up to try to put a hit on the minister. Look at the minister. Look at him when he tells Malcolm's daughter that it was definitely people in Chicago that did not like Malcolm. It was the family of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that didn't like Malcolm. The minister had a decision to make based on Malcolm's decision to leave the nation and to speak against the messenger. So the minister spoke and chastised Malcolm from going against the father, but he didn't hate Malcolm. He was never jealous of Malcolm. So the minister said it was people in Chicago, the laboring staff up there, that didn't like that man. And the minister grew into Malcolm's shoes when the messenger departed. And it was that same group of people that hated the minister for nothing. But when the minister was speaking about Malcolm, he was speaking from after Malcolm made a decision, as if your own brother tries to fight your mother. And all the brothers come together and team up on that one brother who's trying to fight the mother. That was the intentions of Farrakhan. He was never a part of those who hated Malcolm's swag. He was never a part of that. But he recognized that because these people hated him after the messenger departed based on the favor and the love that the minister had for the messenger. So I know the minister knows about those of us who have to deal with Chicago. These brothers making their own decisions without the minister even knowing, brother. These same cats that Khaled had to deal with. See, but the minister was different from Khaled and Malcolm, because Malcolm eventually got upset with the messenger. He got upset with him for different reasons, but one of the reasons was because of the way that his children and them hated him, and his children entourage that hated Malcolm. And it hurted Malcolm, and he crying to the messenger, but eventually when he left and he made a bad mistake, but he apologized and he left a tape for the whole world to hear. That he apologized to the messenger. And Khalid went through the same thing with them boys up there. They used to want to fight Khalid. Yeah, we know the stories, man. Fighting for what? What did he do wrong? Did he rob the believers? What did he do wrong, man, to be hated? Besides being close to the minister. But what happens is, when you getting chastised for things that everybody else is doing, but these people are not getting chastised, that begins to hurt a man. So Khalid fell right in that trial that Malcolm fell in. And he fought like hell never to go against the minister. But he went off course. I'm not going off course. I'm following the path of the minister. He held on to Elijah. He dropped Elijah when Wallace took over the nation, and he said he turned his back on his teacher for a minute, 2.5 years. But I'm not going down that route. I'm just saying, how can people in Chicago, where do you come up that I'm an enemy to my nation? How do you come to that conclusion? Whoever said that I was an enemy to my nation, whoever said to the captain here, Herman, that the brother has turned to an enemy of his nation is a goddamn hypocrite. Or you an informant. Or you an agent. Whoever told that man and said that to that man, you are a damn hypocrite or an informant or an agent. How the hell you come up calling me that? You got some nerves. You got some cahoogas to be calling somebody that enemy to his nation? Because I have the heart or was forced to go to Facebook to expose niggas that tried to kill me? Because you guys threw me out there, and I understand now that you threw me out there because you continue to throw me out there. But I'm clear now. I see you as you are. Oh yes, I see you as you are. And when the minister departs, and if this thing is not settled with me personally, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about the whole nation. If this thing is not settled with me, when a minister depart, brother, you're going to have more enemies than me because of all the hell that y'all had given the believers. You going to put out a whole nation of believers on bull crap. And when the minister leaves, because the love for you is for the minister. And when he leaves, it's going to be you and your entourage. It's not going to be that big. See, you want to force the believers to follow you guys when the minister depart. And you guys not right in your heart from the way that you handle the believer, the most precious and valuable asset to the nation of Islam is the believers. So you call me an enemy to my nation. You're going to defend that. You're going to have to defend that until the minister departs. Because I approve the Judas mindset for those of us who are not following behind the heart of God. Assalamu alaikum.